All right, Dan.
All right, bro, be safe. We'll see you in a bit.
Headed out, and then right before we pulled into Mojave, the third one broke. Let's get it on the bike and get pedaling. Dan, give it a look. He found the one that you bet. He went, what's going on here?
We got about 5 miles to get to the Aqueduct. It's pretty insane seeing that one burnt over there.
Dan's got incredible patience. I feel like I always need to apologize for being slow, but here we are. Wind farm, baby.
One step closer to making this a reality for everybody else. Making our way to Hiker Town. We'll get there. Not many cars out here, but here comes one late at night. Oh, hey guys, I'm just working on my next video. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying the current video that you're watching. Please like, subscribe, share, maybe even leave a comment on what I can do better, or if you're just enjoying it. The goal is to continue to improve. So I hope that you guys are seeing my improvements on my channel and enjoying them. If you find that you like the content that you're seeing, feel free to check out my RidewithDanUSA.com page where you can give a donation through there. Check out my nonprofit, the One Pedal at a Time movement for suicide awareness and prevention. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. Hope you enjoy your day. It's one pedal at a time, one person at a time. I'm gonna get back to editing this video, but we'll talk again soon. Well, we've had a late morning start. It's pretty bright outside already. We're still not even dressed in our biking gear. We're just kind of taking our time this morning because we have a pretty decent descent happening tomorrow. Yeah. Well, it would have happened today if we were ready, but because we're not, we're going to do a short day today. Plus, it's February 29th, so it's like that extra day of the year that doesn't exist normally. So it's like a fix things day. After we come back from breakfast, we're gonna check out of this room. We charged all our batteries and everything. I'm gonna camp out with the bikes out in these Mojave desert. Trent's gonna Uber down and he's gonna take this to a bike shop about 30 miles south of us, which is not on our route. Hopefully get the wheel fixed and rideable again, and then we can get back on to this adventure. So stay tuned. Otherwise, the bikes have been great. Frame, the gears, everything's been good except for these spokes just popping. A lot of it has to do with the weight that we're carrying on it. I'm not an easy rider, so that doesn't help either. We're making it happen, and it's always one pedal at a time, and we're making it. We're going to LA.
Going to LA.
We're back on the road, so just going down the street here to the public park where we're gonna take the rear wheel off the bike and Trent will hop in to Uber and drive down. We got the windmill over here, the windmill farm. Dude, what's up with us at McDonald's, man?
Yeah, dude. We leave the hotel in the morning and we leave our bicycles at McDonald's in Mojave, California, which, if you haven't been, isn't the nicest of places.
Especially the side of town McDonald's is on.
And so I took the rear wheel off of the Apollo and took a $50 Uber down to Lancaster. All right, Dan.
All right, bro, be safe. We'll see you in a bit.
Headed out, go get this wheel fixed.
All right, and he's off. Get the wheel. So Trent is currently on his way down to Block's bike shop to get spokes replaced and a couple extras. Hopefully we'll be all set. We already called ahead, so hopefully it'll get done pretty quickly. Have them re-true it, replace the needed spokes, and potentially, possibly bad ones that are looking like they might break. They'll get an Uber back for us to get back on the road. Our goal today is to go through this wind farm.
Hopefully they get me in and get me out. Well, great, appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have a great day. All right, got the wheel at Block's Bikes. Hopefully they'll get us all fixed up. I just took an Uber down from Mojave.
Yeah, what caused the spoke to break?
It was a bike I was riding. Okay. My buddy's 100 pounds less than me. He did 120 miles without two spokes. Just fine. And then right before we pulled into Mojave, the third one broke. That was a tight one. We're doing the first ride of a route I've been working on the Los Angeles Aqueduct.
Oh, okay.
So it's open canal until like Alabama Hills. It's got gates, but we were hopping them. And then in Lone Pine, it turns into barbed wire fence. So we didn't do that part. We went up Alabama Hills, back into Lone Pine, out on Owens Lake.
Okay.
And did the highway like on the Owens Lake. That's the aqueduct made the lake go away. Yeah, well, not on the actual highway. There's a berm almost in the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
So, but it follows the highway essentially.
Yeah, my dad took his side-by-side out and said they couldn't believe the infrastructure.
So many pumps and because they had to do the dust mitigation.
Yeah, I went to Mammoth this weekend and there was so much dust on the east side, like blowing out, and they said pretty toxic, and you just wonder, like, California's so evil.
Yeah.
Trent made it to the bike shop. The bike crew work on replacing the spokes and truing it, getting it back to ride ready, or he heads back up to us.
Got the wheel rebuilt pretty quickly, replaced the missing spokes and the spoke that Dan had bent to get through the wheel. Gave me his phone number just in case we needed any assistance in the high desert. And that was a nice moment of support of saying, you know, we're not out here alone in this section. We wouldn't need to have someone drive from LA, someone who just believed in our mission, our ride. And I remember him saying, you know, you've got to finish what you started. And so that was a good motivator to keep going. So we got the wheel fixed, took an Uber back to Dan. At that point, you had been there about 3 hours. The Aqueduct.
How's it going down there? Nice. Cool. Let me keep you posted on updates. Not bad. The wind sucked. The sun's awesome. I'll talk to you soon. Later. So Trent just got off the phone with me. They finished fixing the wheel, got it all back to where it needs to be, and he is getting into an Uber, taking the ride back up here to meet back up to get this bike together. And it has been very windy since waiting for him, but we gotta do it. We're gonna make it happen, one pedal at a time, as always.
All right, it is extremely windy. We got the wheel. Let's get it on the bike and get pedaling through this wind farm. We're literally in a wind farm. Hey, Dan!
How is it?
Give it a look. He found the one that you bent. He went, what's going on here? So we have, I think, 4 hours to 1 or 2. Let me check. It is 2. We have till 6 till the sun goes down. 35, 40 miles to go that way. Well, it's a late start because we had to get the wheel fixed, but today's gonna be a slog. Not really looking forward to it, but here we go.
After the morning delay, we're back out on the road. We got about 5 miles to get to the Aqueduct where we continue on. Trent, how's your adventure today?
It was pretty all right. The guy at the bike shop, Rich, super great guy. Got him to follow our YouTube channel. We talked all about different aqueducts. Pretty sweet.
Nice.
Got the wheel fixed, got extra spokes, got a spoke tool. Now we gotta get to Hiker Town.
We're on our way to Hiker Town. Get off these roads with cars. The winds are strong. That's why it's a wind farm. We're gonna work our way into this wind farm and go back onto the aqueduct and go through it. It's gonna be a blast. Not really, but we're gonna make it a blast. We're gonna continue it one pedal at a time. I say it a lot. I say it a lot because I mean it, and I gotta do it for myself. We're in it.
Someone who just believed in our mission, our ride, and wanted to, you know, I remember him saying, you know, you've got to finish what you started. And so that was a good motivator to keep going. Where are we, Dan?
Back on the aqueduct in the wind farm.
Crazy wind farm. Olancho was windy, but it's literally a wind farm. So yeah, it's a windy day today. We're only trying to make it 35 miles to Hiker Town. Hopefully we don't get there too much further past dark. I'm having a lot of trouble keeping a high cadence here, so dealing with that. Dan's got incredible patience, super helpful to me. I feel like I always need to apologize for being slow, but Dan's just so encouraging and I'm so thankful for that. Here we are, wind farm, baby.
So pretty much once we made it through the windmill farm, I think we turned right on one of the sub-service roads and reconnected, which was only a couple miles, I think it was only 2 miles away from where we were, back onto the Conduit, which was a blessing because we got to kind of get back into the flats. We were still dealing with the wind, but at least it was, in a lot of ways, concrete paved.
And even though we're going into the wind, I feel like I still pick up a little bit of speed. This aqueduct should be all downhill today. So Thank the Lord. We were working hard and we were trying to make it our way to Hikertown, which is a PCT hostel on the Los Angeles Aqueduct. We could have stopped, we could have wild camped again. There was a water source at one point. But
we had a campsite right next to it.
We had eaten all of our food, or we had eaten the dry food that I had the night before in Mojave, and I really wanted to experience Hikertown even though there was no one there.
But even though it wasn't necessary, I think it was really a key point for us to get there for future cyclists to be able to do this route.
Really good place for a wind farm. The wind is very consistent. Crazy how consistent. Crossing the railroad tracks now. They built it right over the aqueduct.
I don't really ride at night. I don't like to.
I like to camp. If I'm going to camp, I like to stop at dusk so I give myself enough time to find where I want to be, whether it's the higher ground or isolation from other people. So it gives me enough light to be able to set up and be comfortable before I'm in the dark and I'm like, I can't see what's under this. I don't know if I'm on the high spot. Riding at night is not normally a thing for me either unless I'm staying at something that's established. It may be difficult to see. I might try to zoom in and see if it's there. But one of those guys caught on fire up there. For sure. It's a crazy sound that you can hear just being produced by these windmills. It's pretty insane. It's pretty insane seeing that one burnt over there. There's windmills everywhere. But we're getting to the end. You see clouds in the distance. We got a huge drop coming up tomorrow. What we got going on right here?
We got a hole in the aqueduct
where we can see the water flowing through. It's so quiet. Quietly moving.
That was definitely freaky. Cars would come by.
Yeah, and for me, oh yeah, those cars on the Conduit were crazy. I was not expecting. We ended up seeing like 4 cars in like a couple minutes, and they didn't expect to see us. They're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're on the PCT right now. There it is, the aqueduct crossing this ravine here. There's a lean-to down there.
We gotta be like 10 miles away.
We're at 25 right now.
10, 15.
So beautiful.
whole goal is to be away from the grid.
Good point.
Watching the grid's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's tons of wind, machines, tons of solar. Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And of course, water, which we're riding on top of. Water and power.
Water and power, they're definitely taking advantage of both. This is an aqueduct. You may think it's flat, and at times it feels like it is, but this is nothing but flat. There's ups and downs. This is a pretty good bike packing trip for anybody that actually wants it.
I'm figuring out if I still want it. I want it!
We got it! We don't want it, we got it!
This winter is cold as shit!
You see it? Take it! Is that the phrase?
There it is! Take it!
We're taking it. Bombing! We're bombing! Ooh, getting soft, getting soft. Tucking down.
Good camp spot.
Hey, yeah, it is. Sliding softies. Should I pass them? Should I pass them? I'm gonna do it. Right.
You're good, dude.
Bombing. Yo! City of Angels is playing. Late day today, but you know, we're still pushing out some miles. The wheel's doing great, bike's doing great. We're doing it. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna do all what we came here to do. Mostly, one step closer to making this a reality for everybody else. We're in the twilight right now, making our way to Hiker Town, where we'll spend the night. Think we got 5 to 10 miles left. We'll turn our lights on here in a little bit. Keep it moving in the dark. We'll get there. Just glad we're not on the roads. We got this to ourselves pretty much. Not many cars out here, but here comes one late at night. We didn't get any footage after this for the rest of the night. We were really tired. I was starting to become irritable for myself. We got to Hiker Town. Things didn't go originally as we planned. Thankfully, there was a store down the road that had a sign there. We called them, which called the people that run Hiker Town, and we were able to get a space to sleep in for the night. We'll show more of that in the next episode. Man, it was a tough night. So sorry for the lack of footage for this portion, but you didn't miss it.